Not ideal, but okay. Seals and Croft. That guy just died. One of those guys, either Seals or Croft.
was here a few weeks ago for the Venice game.
I didn't embarrass you
Next
so
up
much.
is number 1,
yeah,
Christian
this
Sheffield,
is sweet.
accompanied by his parents, Leon and Gary Sheffield, and his brother Jake. Christian has been a member of the JTNN and Yearbook. He has performed over 150 community service hours. Christian will be attending Florida A&M University next year, where he will continue his baseball career. The next senior is number 7, Hector Rivera. He's accompanied by his parents, Natalie and Hector Rivera, and his brother Hudson. Hector is a 2-year varsity letterman. He's a member of the Italian Club in Akron Christie. He has performed over 150 hours of community service during his time at Jesuit. Hector will be attending the University of Tampa next year, where he will continue his baseball career. The next senior is number 8, Ben Burke. He's accompanied by his parents, Rose and Bill Burke, and his sister Caroline. Ben is a 2-year varsity letterman. He's a member of Akron Christie and a member of the National Honor Society. He is also a St. Ignatius Scholar. He has performed over 150 community service hours. Ben will be attending Appalachian State University next year, where he will continue his baseball career. The next senior is number 11, Jack Fultz. He is accompanied by his parents, Jenny and Mike Fultz, and his sister Lily. Jack is a 2-year varsity letterman. He is a member of the National Honor Society. He is a National Runner finalist. He is also a St. Ignatius Scholar. He has performed over 150 hours of community service during his time at Jesuit. Jack will be attending the University of South Florida next year, where he will be studying pre-med. The next senior is number 14, Jake Kirchner. He's accompanied by his parents, Christine and Patrick Kirchner, and his brothers, Owen and William. He's a 2-year varsity letterman. He's a member of the JSPN Club and the National Honor Society. He has performed over 150 hours of community service during his time at Jesuit. Jay will be attending Florida Southern College next year, where he will continue his baseball career. The next senior is number 21, Ryan Schultz. He's accompanied by his parents, Ashley and Greg Schultz. Ryan is a 2nd-year varsity member. He's a member of the National Honor Society and is a pre-law club leader. He has performed over 280 hours of community service during his time at Jesuit. Ryan will be attending the University of Florida next year.
This is you, right?
The next senior is number 27, Liam Pinarello. He is accompanied by his parents, Hillary Parker and Bill Pinarello, and his sister, Elle. He is a 2nd-year varsity letterman and is a member of the Pro-Life Club. He has performed over 150 community service hours. Liam will be attending the University of Indiana next year, where he will continue his baseball career. The next senior is number 29, Eric Knowles. He is accompanied by his parents, Claudia and Ryan Knowles. He is a 2-year varsity letterman. He is a member of the Pre-Med Club, the National Honor Society, and is also president of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Club. He has earned straight A's throughout his entire high school career. He has performed over 200 hours of community service during his time at Jesuit. Eric will be attending Johns Hopkins University next year, where he will continue his baseball career. The next senior is number 2, Cannon Murtaugh. Cannon is accompanied by his parents, Paige and Ryan Murtaugh. He is a 3-year varsity letterman. He is a member of Akron Christie. He has performed over 150 community service hours. He was a member of the 2024 Jesuit High School State Championship team. Cannon will be attending the University of Virginia next year, where he will continue his baseball career. The next senior is number 4, Caden Wechter. Caden is accompanied by his parents, Kristen and Doug Wechter, and his sister Carson. Caden is a 3-year varsity letterman. He is a member of the JSPN Club. He was a member of the gold medal winning team USA 18 and under team. He has performed over 250 community service hours. He was a member of the 2024 Jesuit High School State Championship team. Caden will be attending Florida State University next year, where he will continue continue his baseball career. The next senior is number 5, Willie Anderson. Wilson is accompanied by his parents Dana and Carter Anderson, and sisters Abby and Maddie, and brothers Carter and Bennett. Wilson is a 4-year varsity letterman. He is a member of Aqua Christi. He was a member of the 2024 Jesuit High School Baseball State Championship team. He has performed over 150 community service hours. Wilson will be attending Mississippi State University next year. The last senior is number 35, Shane Rupp. He is accompanied by his parents Jill and Terry Rupp and his brother Jake. Shane is a 2-year varsity letterman. He is a member of the Key Club and National Honor Society. He has performed over 150 community service hours. Shane will be attending the University of South Florida next year. These young men have all worked extremely hard in their time here at Jesuit and have made their mark on the baseball program. The number of community service hours, the time spent practicing, and the time spent on academics is unbelievable. These young men are all great representatives of Jesuit High School and the Tiger baseball program. We look forward to watching them continue to be great examples for the rest of the Tiger program. Coach Menendez and the rest of the coaching staff would like to thank these young men for all they have done for the program. Let's give these young men a great big round of applause as they truly are men for others, and by the way, not paid baseball players.
Hello, live streamers. We are in the midst of the senior ceremony for this class of 2026. Mr. Letting just went through all the accolades for each guy. It is impressive. And Mike Gallagher and Pete Young are doing their thing with the cameras down there. Austin Ford's trying to see if he can jerk a few tears here with his music selection. He's doing awesome. Going with closing time here. Beautiful picture down there. That's a great moment. Unbelievable. I'd love it if they could make it double facing, you know? But, you know, maybe this will be the next project. Yeah, we just have these pillars and stuff in the way, but this, look, man, this works. Chatsters, I got Anthony working with me tonight. Okay, folks, we're going to probably cut the live stream and then rejoin you when we get close to game time. The senior night ceremony is done. We're going to have an infield outfield for the visiting St. Pete Catholic Barons, and I'll catch back up with you in a little while.
Now, fans, I ask you to please stand for an opening prayer to be followed by asking you to join me in singing the national anthem. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Almighty God, we ask for your blessing on all gathered for this game between Jesuit High School and St. Petersburg Catholic High School. We pray especially for the young men who compete here tonight. May they play to the best of their ability, free from injury, and according to the highest standards of sportsmanship. May the Jesuit seniors, Keith, Christian, Ben, Jay, Liam, Cannon, Wilson, Sebastian, Hector, Jack, Ryan, Eric, Caden, and Shane, who have contributed so much to school life during their years here, continue to grow and develop as men for others. And may all of us in our daily lives seek to do your will for your greater glory. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. St. Ignatius of Loyola, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Way to go, Mike Letting. Now that is how to start off senior night with the national anthem, courtesy of Mike Letting. Nice. Man, they're going to be requesting that one every time, folks. Doug Polite's here. It is senior night at Hyer Family Park. St. Pete Catholic. The Barons are here to take on your Jesuit Tigers. I think he caught everybody by surprise. They thought he was going to cue up that old meaty version of the national anthem, and then the booming voice of Mike Letting comes in to treat everyone to the 30-plus year version of this stadium announcer's time service here, and also his service to our country with the national anthem. That was fantastic. All right, folks, well, it is senior night, so it's time for the scrapbooks and the photos and the tear-jerking songs and all that kind of stuff. As the parents got to go out with their graduating seniors. It was wonderful. Mike Letting's going to introduce the taking of the field, and then I'll pick you up. All right, team. On the mound is Jack Fultz. How you liking that, Diane in Ocala? He will be throwing to Brady Marshall. Third base, Jay Kirchner. Shortstop, Caden Wechter. Christian Sheffield at second base, and Shane Rupp at first. Ben Burke, Kenan Murtaugh, and Brian Schultz. We are senior heavy on senior night, as Schultz will face the St. Pete Catholic Barons. They will send up to the plate Jared Salmon, Ian Fowler, Alec Prieto, Grayson Barlow, Carlos Mariquin, Alex Fabello, Christian Landeros, Luke Elliott, Aiden Esposito, and Murphy Graham. We'll be getting started shortly. Hey, Mike. Mike, it is Luke Elliott. You had said something. Let me see. Murphy Graham is pitching. Yeah. All right, John Thomas, I know you're liking the sound now, or at least it looks like the little green lights bouncing up and down. I can hear me, but I listen to me 24 hours a day, so it's not that much of an advantage, I got to tell you. It's not habit forming. Nobody get addicted to listen to me. Okay. We're going to start off with Jared Salmon coming in hot to face Jack Fultz. Yeah. Do you want to move over where you can see better and watch it directly, or are you good? Yeah. Come on. Come on over. I'm good. I got Anthony helping me out tonight, folks. And we have started. It is ball one. Jack Fultz misfires on the first one. I'm getting Anthony situated. Yo, Anthony. Anthony. Fouls it straight back. Hey, he knows what he said. Tell him what you said. Anthony, what'd you say? What movie? Jared Salmon, the 6'4" senior, three-time all-tournament selection. And Fultz with the 1-1 count, top of the first, senior night, fouls it away. Okay, St. Pete Catholic Barons, if you're tuning in, get as many of your family as possible to tune in because they'll enjoy this. Florida high school baseball, man, doesn't get much better. Couple of balls, couple of strikes, right out of the gate here. As opposed to the last 3 hours, there is no wind at the moment. Old Glory is just drooping down that flagpole, doing nothing right now. Fouls it away. Somebody on that? Yeah, so Anthony's helping me out tonight, folks. He's going to be, I know he enjoyed that national anthem. He's going to play football for the Naval Academy. Annapolis, Maryland. You guys ready for this guy? He's going to be a midshipman. A breaking pitch. He fans him to start this senior night off. Nice pitch by Jack Fultz. And I know Diane, his grandmother in Ocala, is doing a little dance around the kitchen after that one. We got Ian Fowler up now. He slaps one foul, yanks it to the right side, hits the light pole, and bounces back into the first base umpire. Spry guy out there, man. I'm impressed. Ian Fowler, the switch-hitting shortstop, sophomore, five-time all-tournament selection. He is the number 10 shortstop in the state of Florida, as ranked by Perfect Game. And a swing and an empty hack on a Jack Fultz curveball. And the 0-2. That one makes him move out of the way. Inside, ball one. 1-2. Well, Barron fans, you got your work cut out for you. We've had two Ohio teams here in town the last 2 nights, and they've been very, very active and fun in the chat. That was popped straight up and back out of play. I mean, telling us where they're watching from, who they're watching, and then just commenting on all the mindless gibberish that they hear coming from me. Ball thrown in, hits Brady Marshall in the thigh just to make sure he's still awake. He is, and he looks over incredulously. And here comes the 1-2 pitch from Jack Foltz. Too tall. 2-2. Fouls it away. Spins one off that stays wide, and Foltz goes full to Fowler, Ian Fowler. Again, number 10 shortstop in the state of Florida in this sophomore class. A swing and an empty hack as he gets another one on strikes. Foltz off to a blazing start here. And that's going to bring up Alec Prieto. Alec, the left fielder. Alec is a freshman, and Miguel Menendez hustling in there to give 2 more baseballs to home plate umpire. Two outs, top of the first. A little bit of a breeze picking up. It has cleared out. It looked like we were going to get a little bit of a soaking here. That one popped up starboard side. Over to get it is Christian Sheffield. He is called off by Brian Schultz, the right fielder, and it's 3 up, 3 down. All right, top half of the first inning. Foltz goes 1, 2, 3. No hits, no errors, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. 0-0. Okay, so headed to the mound is Murphy Graham, the lefty. Southpaw, southpaw. And he will face Ben Burke, Caden Wechter, Cannon Murtaugh, Christian Sheffield. Break up the seniors there with one junior, and that's Brady Marshall. Then back to the seniors. Kirchner, Foltz, Rupp, and Schultz. All right, so Ben Burke, last regular season game in his career here at Hyer Family Park for Jesuit. A two-way player, plays outfield, pitches, hits, runs the bases. I mean, Appalachian State up in Boone, North Carolina, you're getting a good one there, man. You can use him in so many different ways. He tied for the lead on this team in walks with 19. Ben has 21 hits on the year, driven in 12 runs, stolen a half dozen bags, scored 17 runs. And none of that is what he's done on the mound. He is the true Swiss Army knife. So Ben will be followed by Caden Wechter, who of course does most of his damage on the mound, a two-way player himself, headed to Florida State, but just early on, a little bit of a tweak in his leg early on in hitting, and just kind of just shut that part of it down just to concentrate on pitching this year. Perfectly reasonable. The guy's got a golden future with that. Okay, lefty on lefty. It's Graham against Burke. Graham works from the stretch. Fastball too tall. Murphy Graham, a 6'5", 215-pounder. That one is tapped foul, right straight backward. A one-time tournament, all-tournament selection in perfect game events. At least that's what my research shows. We don't always have up-to-the-date stuff. Bear with me, folks. That one up and in, and Ben Burke typically is not going to go fishing. You're going to have to bring it in there just like he does when he's pitching. He's got a pretty tight little zone that he'll throw it into, and he's got the same eye when he's batting. 2-1. That one in there. Called strike 2. That was a called strike. 2-2. That's Wechter. Huh? Oh, no, that looks like Wilson Anderson. And he calls him out on strikes, and the throwdown gets him. Yeah, it looks like he's going to change, and it looks like Wechter is not going to. It's going to be Wilson Anderson that'll probably take over his duties at shortstop as well. So maybe Caden said, nah, I'm good. Yes, and then a drop third strike, 2-3. Yep, got it. Thank you. All right, it's going to be Wilson Anderson. Now, Wilson has lit it up offensively as well as on the mound. So Wilson, a future Mississippi State Bulldog, 6'4", 205-pound senior. He slaps one straight up the middle, keeps up his hot hitting ways, as he has been hot just like an oven, like Marvin Gaye used to sing. I'm hot just. I think he's just taking his place, huh? All right, Wilson Anderson continues his hot hitting ways. He's on first base now, and that's going to bring up Cannon Murtaugh, future Virginia Cavalier, leading the team in doubles and stolen bases. He takes a mighty hefty hack, but fouls it straight back out of play, just to break up some of the monotony of the grill back there. Flipping burgers, and maybe that landed close by. The 0-1, he lets that go. Up high, letter high, 1-1. Interesting, folks. Let's see. Some former major leaguers here tonight. You got Gary Sheffield, of course, Christian, graduating senior. Nick Swisher's up in the on the Jesuit side tonight. Fastball too tall from Murphy Graham, and it's 2-1. Murtaugh has walked 6 times, but he's been hit by pitch 10 times. Fouls it straight back. Been hit by pitch 10 times. Man. He needs all that protective equipment, I guess. He needs that elbow guard. He needs a suit of armor. They're going to throw at you that many times. There goes Wilson Anderson, and that one is yanked foul. way left over there. What's that? Yeah, he'll take off. A swing and an empty hack as they get him on a high fastball. Murphy Graham, well-placed pitch. Gets Cannon Murtaugh swinging, brings up Christian Sheffield, future Florida A&M Rattler. Christian playing second base tonight in his senior night game. Right behind Murtaugh with 8 stolen bases on the year. And there goes Anderson. Called strike one. The throw is on target but well behind, and that's a stolen base for Wilson. The throw was, it kind of bounced in there a good bit late. So Wilson kind of almost could go in standing up there. And the 0-1 as Murphy Graham has thrown 9 strikes and 4 balls. A nice breaking pitch there, but it ends up a little bit low. Evens up the count. It's a ball and a strike. Fastball is down and a bit dusty. 2-1. Sheffield with 14 hits on the year, 3 of them doubles. He's driven in 8. Who's got the lead at the end of the first round? Rory McIlroy leading the Masters. Wow. And let's see, Anderson takes off, and an opposite field single for Christian Sheffield is going to score him easily as Christian Sheffield drives in his 8th run of the year and his first one of the senior night tonight. Very well done. Line drive into right field. And Wilson Anderson already on the run. Makes it home very easily, and it's now 1-0 Jesuit. That brings up Brady Marshall. Brady leading the team in batting average at .412. 28 hits on the year. Dude has been a hit single machine. Off the mark outside. Fastball. Boy, I tell you, Murphy's got a nice delivery. He's tall, and he kind of comes over the top with that left-handed fastball. It's got a lot of tilt, as they say to it. Kind of coming downhill at you. It's quick. It's got some zip on it, and there goes Sheffield. That one's a called strike. And again, Sheffield's in there safely a little bit ahead. It was a called strike. And Sheffield gets a stolen base. And that one, he really had a great jump there, and he's so fast as it is. Wreaks havoc on the bases. Okay, so 2 balls and a strike. Now Brady Marshall. They're warming up his seat over there at first base. There goes Christian Sheffield. Ball high. The throw is on target, but too late. Got the right ta-ta, but the wrong ho-ho. Christian Sheffield, another stolen base. And he's holding the base up like Ricky Henderson. As I think he just took the lead in stolen bases on the team. That was a funny sight. I hope somebody got a picture of that. Diane Fultz biting her nails in Ocala, waiting for Jack to head back out there, but I'm sure she wants to keep on tacking on some runs here. Marshall lets that one go, and he'll take his base. So Brady Marshall over to first base. He is very much at home there. Mason Greco is going to courtesy run for Brady Marshall. That's going to bring up Jay Kirchner. Now, Jay is going to head down the road to Lakeland. He's going to brave I-4 and go play for the Moccasins of Florida Southern in just a few months. That is a fastball that is dusty and outside. Ball 1-0. Oh, something's up. Oh, he gets some of that dust in his eye. Yeah. Sam Burns, that's an LSU boy. That is hit in the air to right field. On the run is Carlos Marroquin. He grabs it, and that is out number 3. All right, bottom half of the first inning, 1 run, 2 Jesuit hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. We have finished 1 complete here on senior night, and it is Jesuit 1 and the St. Pete Catholic Barons 0. Yes, he sure is. Definitely. Yeah, he had a triple and a home run last night. All right, Jack Foltz takes the mound. He is 15 pitches into this senior night outing, and he has 10 strikes and 5 balls. He'll face Grayson Barlow now. Big Grayson Barlow. Has been an all-tournament selection. He's a senior himself. Fastball in tight, ball 1. That one hit in the air to center field. Cannon Murtaugh moves over, grabs it. Out number 1 is in the books. And a ball to Carlos Marroquin. Carlos going to go play for Pasco Hernando Community College for the Bobcats up in the Suncoast Conference. He takes ball 2. All right, 2-0. Top of the second inning. And a changeup sails a little bit inside. And now the count moves to 3-0. There's a fastball, and that hits the outside corner, and it's 3-1. That one, a mighty hefty hack, but he fouls it straight back into the netting and fills up the count. All right, who's watching? All right, chatsters, where are you guys watching from? Who are you watching? A swing and an empty hack on a changeup, and Jack Foltz is rolling. Really firing it in there tonight, mixing up his pitch as well. Great poise. He's just having himself a great start to the ball game tonight. That'll bring up Alex Fabello. Alex, 5'10" senior. He's at third base tonight. That is a fastball, and Foltz filling it up. He has thrown 15 strikes and 9 balls. A fastball up high, but he gets a swinging strike 2, 0-2. And there is a curveball that is slapped into left field for the first hit of the ball game for the Barons. Line drive, base hit, fielded by Burke and relayed into second base. Nice piece of two-strike hitting for Alex Fabello, and it makes way for Christian Landeros. Christian, a 5'8", 155-pound senior catcher. That one slapped into left center field. Burke gloves it, tosses it into Wilson Anderson at shortstop, and back-to-back singles have a couple of Barons aboard now. Maybe so. I think Burke would have probably come up firing and maybe cut him down if he'd have tried to stretch that one. We do have someone warming up over in the Jesuit bullpen as Brady Marshall goes out to buy him some time, talking to Jack Foltz. We got a nice crowd out here. It's a nice little chill in the air. This is a perfect night for baseball. Perfect night. And a good start to this one, 1-0 Jesuit, but Barons threatening. That one is a fastball that drifts inside, and it's 1-0. Foltz in the driver's seat early on, but has given up back-to-back singles to left field. And that is a chopper over towards shortstop. Gloved by Wilson Anderson. The throw across his body over to Shane Rupp. Gets out number 3. Very nicely played by Wilson Anderson. And the 6-3 ground out will end the inning. Top of the second, no runs, 2 Baron hits, no errors. Both of those Barons are left on base, and we move to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Jesuit. Can you run those 2 batteries down to Keaton? This is probably a perfect time. Thank you, Anthony. So follow up on our trivia. Yo, Anthony, he knows what he said. Tell him what you said, Anthony. Hey, Anthony. He knows what he said. It's from Goodfellas. It's right before he does the funny how scene. Yo, Anthony. More mindless musings from yours truly. Okay, up next is Jack Fultz, looking to help his own cause here. Jack Fultz, a 9-time all-tournament selection. He scored 12 runs on the year, and Murphy Graham fires one in there. Just such a smooth delivery. I mean, he does not even look like he's having to throw very hard, but is very quick hopping in there. And Graham works from the stretch the whole time. Kind of a straight over the top delivery, and that one catches the outside edge, and it's 0-2. Thank you, Anthony. He kicks and delivers, and that one is in there for a called strike 3. So Murphy Graham makes quick work of his counterpart, sends him back to the dugout, and it brings up Shane Rupp, the big first baseman. 8-time all-tournament selection, a 6'3", 200-pound senior. Shane, a mighty hack, but a breezy one. He misses that one. Swinging strike 1, 0-1. On deck, Brian Schultz. There's a fastball, and that, missed, but not by much. Just off the inside edge. All right, 1-1. Outside, ball 2, 2-1. Beautiful night, folks. Beautiful night. I keep saying it. That one hit hard to left field, but right to Alec Prieto, who makes the snag. I mean, Shane Rupp got that one right on the barrel, but it'll go down as an F7. Man, nice piece of hitting there. All right, brings up Brian Schultz. Brian, an 8-time all-tournament selection. And he lets that one go. This will be a lefty on lefty. Murphy Graham, 31 pitches, 17 strikes so far. On deck, another lefty, Ben Burke. Fastball is too tall. The inimitable Mike Gallagher out with his high-powered camera, catching the action. Man, that guy does some incredible work. He really does. Just, I mean, he catches these moments, and then he'll put videos online. Michael Gallagher. Look him up if you don't already follow him. 3-0. And that one's in there, 3-1. Ben Burke making him work, or sorry, Brian Schultz making him work here. That one outside, and a free pass to first base goes to Brian Schultz. And we turn over the lineup. Ben Burke comes up. Ben Burke, his first time up, he struck out, and then it was a drop third strike, so he had to be thrown out at first base. And eager to get up there and get in the hit column here. That's a fastball down the middle, strike one. That one, a breaking pitch that's dusty right at the feet of Ben Burke. A ball and a strike. See, bottom of the second here. Jesuit 1, the visiting St. Pete Catholic Barons 0. Murphy Graham on the mound. Big lefty. And he misses that inside. It looked like Brian Schultz wanted to make a break for second base, but didn't have his heart in it. And so he has to hit the brakes as Christian Landeros does quickly grab the ball just a couple of steps away. Probably a good decision for Brian Schultz, as he would have had to start from a standstill. There's a fastball, and that one's in there for a strike as Ben Burke now has an even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. 1 man on. On deck, Wilson Anderson. Too high. No room left in the count. Full count here. Fastball bounces in there, and Ben Burke is aboard. So that is 2 straight walks, and we're going to get a mound visit here. As Wilson Anderson comes up, Wilson singled up the middle his first time up.
By the way, folks, while there was record action, here's something to your attention. If you're interested, all season long, we've had to work on former Jefferson head baseball coach who put on a Jesuit hat. And Cox Twist was able to accomplish that. Now we find that Jack Hans's mother is going to learn that the St. Petersburg Catholic sweatshirt can be replaced by a Jesuit sweatshirt. They're on sale in the paraphernalia shop.
Okay, 2 Tigers aboard. Schultz and Burke, they both walked. There are 2 men out, and Wilson Anderson comes up. Wilson, future Mississippi State Bulldog, a 384 hitter on the year with a 1070 OPS. Anything north of 1,000 is excellent. 28 hits on the year. That's a fastball, is inside, ball 1. Leading the team in RBIs with 20 and triples with 2. A swing and an empty hack. Even count, a ball and a strike. On deck is Cannon Murtaugh. And a nice hack, but he fouls that one away. Count moves to 1-2. That one bounced up the middle. Does it get through? Yes, it does. Second up the middle single. Is that going to score the run? It sure is. As Brian Schultz motors around third, scoots across home, and run number 2 and RBI number 2. No, the first RBI was Christian Sheffield. Sorry, it was Wilson that scored the first run. So that is run number 2 for Jesuit. moves Burke to second base. Anderson at first. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Now Cannon Murtaugh comes up. Fastball's in there. Called strike 1. Cannon, a swinging strikeout his first time up. Murtaugh leading the team in doubles and in stolen bases. That one swung on and lifted in the air. High pop up right side. Over there to get it, second baseman Esposito. He makes the catch and the third out, and that ends the bottom half of the second inning. Bottom of the second, Jesuit gets 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on base. We now move to the top of the third. It's 2-0 Jesuit. Mike, they have 2 hits. Yep, 29's on the mound. That is Eric Knowles. All right, Eric Knowles comes in to pitch. Eric Knowles with an 88-mile-an-hour fastball he tops out at. Has thrown 5 2/3 this year. Has a completely zeros across the board ERA. 13-time all-tournament selection. Eric, the 6'1" senior, he is going to be headed up to Baltimore. He's going to play for Johns Hopkins for the Blue Jays up in the Centennial Conference up there. Due to face Esposito, and then back to the top of the order for Salmon and Fowler. Aiden Esposito, a 5'8" senior, going to make his way up to the batter's box here. Just made that catch in shallow right field to end the second inning, and he'll start off the top of the third here. Eric Knowles will work from the stretch. And the senior kicks and delivers. Fastball upstairs, ball 1. 1-0. A swing and an empty hack on that one. A lot of steam on that one. As Esposito behind it. A swing and another empty hack, as looks like Esposito not quite able to catch up to the Eric Knowles fastball. I bet he goes back to it. Oh, that one throws up over his head, almost behind him. Aiden Esposito kind of looked a little confused there, like, man, you got me way behind on your fastball. You don't have to target me, man. 2-2. But if Knowles wants to set him up for his breaking pitch, he's probably got it set up as well as he can. That one too tall, full count. And he gets him swinging on a fastball just off the outside corner. He gets him chasing it a bit, and that's one away. All right, back to the top of the order, Jared Salmon. Yes. Yeah. Jared Salmon, he struck out swinging his first time up, and he gets an empty hack there on a fastball up the eyes. 0-1. On deck is Ian Fowler. That one hit in the air to left field. Can Ben Burke get to it? He dives and he makes the catch. A Sports Center effort from left fielder Ben Burke. Nicely done. He lays out for that one and makes the play. Outstanding. Out number 2, courtesy of a circus play in left field from Ben Burke, brings up Ian Fowler. Ian struck out his first time up. He takes ball 1 high. Knowles falls behind 2-0 on 2 fastballs that are up and out to Ian Fowler. 3 games, 3 nights in a row here, folks. The Tigers have been busy. 2 wins over 2 visitors from Ohio. There's a fastball in there for a strike as Fowler threatened to bunt. That was St. Ignatius and then Baden High School. One from Cleveland, one from Cincinnati area. Great, good-natured folks. Really, really good group of folks there. Jesuit came out on top each time, both competitive games. And rounding out the season here with senior night against St. Pete Catholic from right across the bay. 3-1, Eric Knowles in relief of Jack Foltz. That's a fastball that is down. And that's going to put Ian Fowler on first base and bring Alec Prieto up. Alec, the left fielder, popped up over to shallow right field his first time up. Infield is Kirchner, Anderson, Sheffield, and Rupp. Breaking pitch, dusty and outside, a ball and no strikes. A nice steady breeze headed out to right field now. And there goes Fowler. That one hit hard to left center field. And that one bounces 1 hop to Cannon Murtaugh. A throw to third is right on the money and right on time. What a throw by Cannon Murtaugh as he guns him down. And that is not easy as Ian Fowler was on the move. It just was a perfect play. Out number 3. What a throw by Cannon Murtaugh from center field. So the top of the third, the Barons score no runs. They get 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. We move to the bottom of the 3rd inning now. It's 2-0 Jesuit. Mike, I got 3 hits for each team now. I'm just here to help. Do you? I didn't know that. Oh, I got you. You catching me doing anything wrong here, Anthony? Okay, good. See, I got a fragile ego. I need that, man. Just keep pumping me up here. He's here for me. All right, we're nearing the 1 hour mark, and we're headed to the bottom of the third inning. Murphy Graham continues to work for the Barons. Big lefty has thrown 47 pitches, 25 of them strikes. He will face Christian Sheffield, who lined a single, an RBI single to right field, the future Rattler of Florida A&M did on his first at bat of his senior night, and let's see if he can build on it. That's a fastball that's upstairs, 1-0. Yeah, folks, if you're watching from, if you're one of the St. Pete Catholic Baron fans, family members watching, you'll recognize that last name. Yes, Christian is former major leaguer Gary Sheffield's son. And he smacks one to left field, but again, right at Alec Prieto. The GPS coordinates for Alec Prieto out in left field are spot on tonight. He's caught two balls for outs and taken a total of 3 steps, I think. Well, okay, everybody, just chill. We got some technical difficulties here. It looks like the umpire took one there. A bouncing ball hit the umpire. Just getting in touch with Mr. Rivera there. Folks, sorry if we've gone blank on you. We're having some technical difficulties here. Just hang with me. Right now, the home plate umpire took one, I believe, in the leg. So it's 1-0. This is to Brady Marshall. There's 1 out, bottom of the third. Jesuit up 2-0. And he's just walking it off right now. Help us, Colin Rivera. We got all right, Brady Marshall up. 1 away. Fastball from Murphy Graham inside. Ball 2. 2-0. Bases clear. One out. That's the line out to left by Christian Sheffield. And Murphy kicks and delivers, and that one is hit up the middle on the ground from Brady Marshall, and another hit single for Brady Marshall. He is down with OBP. Brady Marshall, of course, another hit single. Endless hit singles like the Rumors album. All right, number 16 is Mason Greco, I believe, who's going to run for Brady Marshall. And that's going to bring up Jay Kirchner. A ball, a strike, and out. I got it. I know we have no video right now. I got it. They're working on it. They're working on it. They're working on it. One man on. That's Mason Greco running for Brady Marshall, who, guess what, singled. A swing by Jay Kirchner on the first pitch. He slices it foul into the bank parking lot. He popped out right down that right field line to the right fielder. His first time up as senior, future Florida Southern moccasin Jay Kirchner awaits the pitch. He smacks one into left field between a diving third baseman, Alex Fabello, and Ian Fowler, the shortstop, and that is another single. A hard liner over to left field. And that moves Greco over to second. Jack Foltz up. He was called out on strikes his first time up. It is a high pop-up to the right side. Hard to see that thing at this time of day, and it lands at the feet of a charging Carlos Marroquin from right field, but just foul, and that is going to be strike one. 2 men on, bottom of the third, 2-0 Jesuit. Jack Foltz up. He is no longer pitching. What? Jesuit Tigers Sports Network. Fastball up and out, 1-1. Just move your cursor as far over as possible just to see, are we, yeah, that's live? Okay, so it does look like we still have video, folks. I mean, ball 2-1. Jack Foltz up with 2 Tiger teammates aboard. Kirchner at first, Greco at second, 1 out, bottom of the third. Jesuit up 2-0. Scoring, announcing, coordinating. Strap a broomstick to me, and I'll sweep the floor too, folks. I'm trying to see that we got every bit of this broadcast working for you. That one sliced foul. It's just our usual software feedback here is just a blank screen, so we immediately think that's what you're seeing. But I think we might be okay on the video. If not, you have my voice. 2-2. A swing and an empty hack on a high fastball. And he gets Jack Foltz. He gets him for a second time tonight. Brings up Shane Rupp, who hit one right on the screws, but right at Alec Prieto in left field. Pitch number 60 coming up for Grimm. There goes Mason Greco. Ball outside. The throw to third is on target, but late. And that was outside a ball. So that's a double steal. And it is 1-0 to Shane Rupp. The big 6'3" senior awaits, and he takes a big hack, but an empty one as he swings through a strike. 1-1. 2 Tigers in scoring position, but 2 men out here in the bottom of the third. A swing and an empty hack. That's basically a caught foul tip, quite honestly, on what looked like a slider. Came darting down toward his shin. And Shane Rupp not able to fight it off. We have a 1-2 count here. Graham kicks and delivers. And he gets a swinging strike 3 and limits, actually shuts it down without any damage. After 3, it's 2-0 Jesuit over St. Pete Catholic as the Tigers threaten but do not deliver. Let me try one other. I got you. All right, we have another. I think that's Liam Amarello. Is that right? Liam Amarello. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. I just guessed on that one. It's the hacker in me, Anthony. It's the hacker in me that I, came up with the password to light this thing up for us again. And we move to the top of the fourth, folks. We got Liam Amarello. Liam, future Indiana Hoosier. That sidearm power delivery, really. He kind of almost reminds you of Jamie Arnold. He has thrown with this pitching staff, you kind of have to elbow your way up to the table to get some innings in. He has a fastball up to 88. He will face Grayson Barlow, Carlos Mariquin, and Alex Fabello. I'm good, thank you. So Liam is the number 10 left-handed pitcher in the state of Florida in this graduating senior class. He will be heading up to Bloomington, Indiana, home of the football national champions this year, and the perennial basketball power, who is going to get a boost to their baseball outfit up there. Grayson Barlow flew out to center field his first time up, and the first offering from that sort of submarine delivery is a called strike one. It really is effective. He comes from that sort of straight 3 o'clock arm slot on that fastball, and then it has a lot of arm side run, as they say, as that movement away from the right-handed hitters. It's really, really effective. So it's basically a parade of seniors. Like a nursing home Mardi Gras, I guess. It was nice doing this, folks. I'm going to get fired. Swinging an empty hack. Liam Amarello, 1-2 on Grayson Barlow. And that one is sliced over toward the bullpen in right field. Fouls it away. It's 1-2. Hey. Amarello into the windup. And that one a high Baltimore chop. In comes Wilson Anderson. One-hander over in time. A beautiful play by shortstop Wilson Anderson, having himself a great glove night as well as a great bat night. Score in the game, and that way I know what they've done each time and what's going on. That brings up Carlos Mariquin. That's a fastball. It's in there. One out, courtesy of the excellent defensive play from Wilson Anderson. Carlos Mariquin watches strike two come in there. It's now 0-2. And that one is fouled straight back into the netting. And Liam Amarello, he works very quickly up there. Already set, already has his sign. That one outside, and it stays outside. 1-2. Fastball, and he gets the called strike three. And cashes in on the K-time chant from his teammates over in the third base dugout. as Liam Amarello is warmed up and on fire here. He'll face Alex Fabello, who singled to left field last time, here in this top half of the fourth inning. 2 outs. Fastball, and that a little inside, just by a whisker. Looked like a breaking pitch there. Fabello a little bit out in front of it. And he fouls that straight back, and Liam Amarello comfortably in the driver's seat here in each at bat this inning. Here comes the 1-2. Fastball, and he screams it in there, and he pumps himself up as he comes off the mound. Does Liam Amarello, and he's got good reason to be fired up after that inning. Gets a looking strikeout, and that was a 3-up, 3-down inning. We move to the bottom of the fourth, 2-0 Jesuit. Oh, we're going to get a mound change. Murphy Graham, 63 pitches, and I think that's going to probably do it. He looks like he's going to take a field position, though. Let's see. He's grabbing his glove and headed out toward the outfield, so we'll see where he's going. It looks like maybe center field. So in comes, who's going to come pitch? It looks like right-hander number 21. Is Jared Salmon. And center field is now going to be Murphy Graham. So Jared Salmon, he'll come in to pitch. He's a righty. And taking center field duty now is going to be Murphy Graham. Due up, Brian Schultz, Ben Burke, and I'm going to guess Wilson Anderson. There is some activity in the Jesuit bullpen down left field line. All right, Brian Schultz up to face Jared Salmon. There is a breaking pitch that turns Brian Schultz out of the batter's box. It was well off the plate. Had to kind of get himself out of the way to keep from getting a forearm shot from that breaking pitch. And out goes Landeros. He's going to talk it over with Salmon, make sure they're on the same page here. Bottom half of the fourth inning, 2-0 Jesuit. It feels like it's more than that, but Jesuit has threatened a couple of times, but not really cashing in on it. As 6 total runners left on base so far tonight. A swing and an empty hack from Schultz, and now it's 1-1. Another swing and an empty hack, and this is it is a good change of pace. Salmon does not have the velocity that Graham did, and he comes from the right-handed delivery. A good change of pace between those two. And you see Schultz out in front of him. We'll see if he goes back to that outside corner again. And there's the breaking pitch. Ooh, a lot of movement on it, but it ends up diving down into the dust. And it's 2-2. Nice pitch. If he can land that, that'll dial up the degree of difficulty. And a foul ball from Schultz. So 6 pitches, 4 of them strikes for Jared Salmon in relief of Murphy Graham here in the bottom of the 4th. And a curveball that got way away from him there. It's like it slipped out of his hands. That's one of those old Bob Uecker pitches, just a bit outside. All right, the full count offering from Salmon. Fastball, too tall, too tight. First base goes to Brian Schultz. And it brings up Ben Burke, who walked last time. Struck out in a 2-3 drop third strike his first time up. And senior, future Appalachian State Mountaineer. Comes up, and they try to pick off Schultz, and he's safe. That one, a ground ball to second base. It's picked up, thrown over to second for 1. The relay, he fakes it. He didn't have a chance to get Burke. And Fowler just eats that one. They'll take the lead runner on the fielder's choice. All right, let's see. He's out at second. Force out. Okay, Wilson Anderson. It's been single. And his third at bat starts with a breaking pitch just off the outside corner, ball 1. And Jared Salmon is getting closer and closer with that breaking pitch. But 2 singles for Wilson Anderson, both up the middle. And he fouls that one straight up and straight back. A hustling Landeros runs out of room. It's now 1-1. Okay, a ball and a strike and a runner aboard. That runner is Ben Burke, who hit into a fielder's choice to force Brian Schultz at second base. This is a tight one here. There goes Burke. Breaking pitch makes it in there, and they just give that one to Burke rather than try and throw it down there when he really had such a good jump, and he can move. So they don't waste the throw. And Wilson Anderson now with a 1-2 count. And that one hit in the air to left center field. That's got some carry, but it looks like Graham's going to get under it. He does. He makes the grab. Out number 2 is in the books, and Ben Burke stays put.
By the way, folks, let's give a shout out for the back boy. He's been working hard all season long.
All right, 2 away, bottom of the 4th. Brings up Cannon Murtaugh. Cannon has struck out and popped out to the right side. That is a breaking ball in the dirt. It ricochets off to the backstop for a ball, and Ben Burke will just kind of coast over into third base on the wild pitch. Fastball too tall. 2-0 to Cannon Murtaugh. Another one too tall. 3-0. That one's in there. 3-1. Murtaugh, the future Virginia Cavalier, awaits the 3-1. He smacks that one hard, but right at Ian Fowler. I mean, hit that one as hard as you can hit it, but Ian Fowler was right there. He kneels down and catches it very smoothly, and that is out number 3. All right, in the bottom half of the 4th, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. 2-0, headed in the top of the 5th. Yeah. We got a new pitcher, I think. Is Sebi Prieto, 34? Hang on, Mike, hang on. Sebi Prieto. Okay. We see you, Sebi. Sebi's going to go play for Warner University when he finishes up here. The right-hander, 6'2", 180-pounder. 6-time all-tournament selection. Going to play in the NAIA. He's going to go over to Lake Wales. That's in the Sun Conference over there. Warner University Royals. Is that right? Sebi Prieto on in relief. He will face Landeros, Elliott, and Esposito. Hey, Mike, the scoreboard's perfect. You know, we all need that pat on the back every now and then, right? There are a lot of announcers out there to compete with, and Mike has made the all-tournament team 384 times over 35 years. All right, Christian Landeros comes up. Christian has singled to left center field, right over Wilson Anderson at shortstop. His first time up, he's 1 for 1, and Sebi Prieto calls Brady Marshall out there. Says, we got everything straight? Brady says, yep, I got you. And the empty count offering into the windup from Prieto. That one is fouled straight back by Landeros. Landeros is here to hit. He's taking his hacks. And one of them resulted in one of the 3 hits for the Barons. And he drops a hook in there for a called strike. And we're 0-2. And that one is a breaking pitch, and he lines it in almost the exact same spot for another single to center field. And he has a pinch runner, or a courtesy runner, number 22, who is Cason De La Rosa. Looks like Cason De La Rosa will run for Landeros, who's singled again. I don't know. The umpires are correcting something. I don't know if they had some equipment outside the dugout maybe over there. It's first base dugout, the visitors' dugout over there. The field umpire had stopped action and went over and waved off something. But whatever it is inconsequential. Luke Elliott up. He grounded out to shortstop his first time up. Nobody out, 1 man on. He squares to bunt, and that's Luke Elliott, the DH. You don't see that often, a DH bunting. But he squared to bunt and let it go. That was ball 1. It was a high and tight fastball. Sebastian Prieto looks over to check Cason De La Rosa. Attempted bunt. That is an offering, but a missed offering, and that is a swinging strike, 1-1. All right, Jerry Scott watching. And he offers to bunt. That one bunted straight back to Prieto. Doesn't hesitate, just fires it straight over to Rupp at first. And the sacrifice bunt moves De La Rosa to second base. All right, 1 away. Aiden Esposito. He struck out swinging his first time up. And there's something else. The home plate umpire, he's going to walk all the way over there now. I don't know if it's the content of the commentary. I don't know what it is, but he immediately went over to address something in the visiting dugout. The coaches aren't really making an issue of it, so I don't think it's anything. I don't think it's anything of consequence. It's probably just young guys being young guys, but it was enough to get the attention of the home plate umpire. That one too tall. A ball and no strikes. Very good. Watching Ian. Ian Fowler, a heck of a ball player out there at shortstop. Man, he's got a future, that guy. 1-0. A swing and sort of a scooping empty hack there. I think he got fooled on that one. Nice pitch from Prieto, and now it's a ball and a strike. Fastball off the mark outside, 2-1. A swing and an empty hack. Rings up, strike 2. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. You got a Baron on second base. That's Cason De La Rosa. He is batting for Landeros he's running for Landeros, who's single to center field. Trying to drive him in is Aiden Esposito. A swing and an empty hack sends him packing. That's Sebastian Prieto, who registers out number 2 with that strikeout. Is going to bring up Jared Salmon, his counterpart, on the mound for the Barons. Leadoff hitter Salmon. He has struck out and then lined out on a circus play in left field by Ben Burke. A beautiful diving catch out there to rob him of a base hit. Prieto swinging strike 1 from Salmon. Top of the 5th here, 2-0 Jesuit. Foul ball straight back into the facade, and then it came back at the same speed, right back at him, as it tends to do back there. Everybody played him straight away. 0-2. Prieto kicks and delivers. Fastball called, strike 3. And that finishes off the top of the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. We move to the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 Jesuit. Here we go. All right, Christian Sheffield up. He is 1 for 2 on the night. He has singled the other way to right field, and he has lined out to the left fielder. And now Coach Menendez is talking it over with the home plate umpire. I don't know, maybe he's talking to him about whatever the issue was. I don't know if it's just getting chippy and testy or whatever. I don't know. I'm telling you more than I know, folks. All right, Christian Sheffield, 1 for 2. Facing Jared Salmon. Jared, 18 pitches, 10 strikes in his relief of Murphy Graham, and first pitch is swung through by Sheffield. 0-1. I guess Sheffield must have called timeout. Home plate umpire very demonstrably throws his hand up. That one hit hard to left field, and it sort of ends up looping down in front of a waiting Alec Prieto. And that's another single for Christian Sheffield. That'll bring up Brady Marshall. Brady has walked and singled yet again. Brady, who's either addicted to getting on or allergic to getting out. He hits one high in the air to right field. Boy, that's got some carry. It's got a chance. It's got a ticket out of here! Brady Marshall. He decides that he is going to go for more than one base at a time, and he gets 4 of them at a time. Gets all of that one on a senior night that this junior makes special for his comrades. Beautiful piece of hitting. You got to be fired up for Brady Marshall, who spends most of his time getting base hits just to first base, and he touches them all.
By the way, folks, we apologize. Mason Greco will not be his designated runner for the future now.
All right, and Jesuit jumps up now 4-0. And Jay Kirchner comes up. He has flown out, or kind of popped out, down the right field line, and then he has singled to left. Man, way to go, Brady Marshall. He's just been as steady Eddie as they come as a contact hitter, and shows he's got some pop in that bat too. Breaking pitch, and that one's in there. Nice pitch. That really is. It's sort of a loopy, slow curveball. But now that he's landing it, it's a good-looking pitch because it's going to keep him off balance. Fastball up high, and it looks like he's getting a little more zip on that fastball now as Salmon kind of opens up here. Is that Brady's first extra base hit of the year? It might be.
They were saying in the coach's office,
Yeah.
all he does is get on base and score runs.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine that. Exactly. He looks around, throws his bat down like, are you not entertained? 2 balls and 2 strikes. And there is that breaking pitch. That's a slow roller. Esposito comes in, but not able to get it. I think Kirchner was quick, but I think you call that an E, huh? Yeah, I think Esposito, if he feels that cleanly and flips it over, that's an out. So that's going to be called an error. Kirchner hustling down the first base line, and he will stay there. As that brings up Jack Foltz. Jack has been a victim of strikeout twice, once called, once swinging. Fastball is high. The throwback to first keeps Kirchner honest. There goes Kirchner, swing, foul ball. He'll have to head back. Well, you know what? You keep hitting the ball on the screws, and sooner or later one of them's going to carry, and you have a nice little puff of a breeze headed out to right field, so he picked the right place to hit it. Brady Marshall is just, what else can you say? The guy has been a base hit machine this year. Breaking pitch is outside. The throw is on target, but a little bit too late by a step or so, and Kirchner swipes second base. That was a ball outside. Another stolen base as the Jesuit runners, they are getting a good jump, and then the throw is just arriving a beat too late to catch any of them so far. 3 balls, 1 strike, first base open, now that Kirchner has stolen second. I'd keep it like this until you need to change it. Fastball too tall. Over to first goes Jack Foltz. That'll bring up Shane Rupp. Shane has lined out to the left fielder and struck out, and we're going to get a mound visit here as Jared Salmon, 32 pitches into this, and his coach is going to come talk to him. Senior night here. Bottom of the 5th, Jesuit seniors, a great group as usual, have accomplished so much. I know they have a lot left to accomplish if you talk to them for sure, but so many of them are going on to play college baseball at every level. You got D1, D2, D3, JUCO. I mean, you got guys going. I mean, the program is just, it's so well sort of primed at this point. I mean, you just think about this. A few years from now, you could have a half dozen Jesuit pitchers in the Major League Baseball. I mean, Jamie Arnold, Wes Mendez up at Florida State's probably getting drafted this year. Camden Manasseh's in the Angels organization. Mallett's with the Padres. And that is fouled out of play on the right side. Off this squad, you got Wechter, Anderson, and Muhammad, all of whom could very well be high draft choices and move through the minors. I mean, just an incredible time. 0-1. There's that breaking pitch, and there's the same result. He really has a good feel for that hook now. 0-2. So Shane Rupp is probably going to see more of that. Call me crazy. He does. Does he go? They say no. Ball in the dirt. There goes the runner, and that one is fouled off as Kirchner took off. Made a break for third, but he'll have to go back, of course. And Shane Rupp awaits. Again, nobody out. Salmon turns around, throws it back to Esposito, but Kirchner easily back in time there. Kirchner at second. Foltz at first. Curveball just inside. It's got great shape to it now, as I really think Salmon has a great feel for it now. Throwing at any count, and I don't blame him. There's a fastball, and that one is fouled backward as Rupp hangs in there. Brian Schultz on deck. He hustles back there to grab that one and give it to the home plate umpire. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, 2 men on. That one hit hard, but right at Esposito. Turns, flips it to second base, gets the lead runner, and the throw over to first. Scooped up and gets him too. Fowler turns it, and the throw was off the mark, but a nice scoop by Grayson Barlow to get the twin killing. All right, Kirchner moves to third base. 4-0 Jesuit. 2 men already in this inning. Schultz comes up. Watches strike 1. He has walked twice. Prime chance to get himself an RBI. a swing and an empty hack, and he's quickly down 0-2. That one, a fastball, twirls Schultz around, getting out of the way of that one. 1-2. That one, a bouncing ball, 3-4 hold. And Esposito dives and throws it over to first base. A covering Salmon is there, but the throw is high. Brian Schultz got down the line in a scream. I don't think an accurate throw gets in there, and official scorekeeper agrees. So he singles in a run, but a great play by Esposito. He is something at second base. It's now 5-0 Jesuit. As Ben Burke comes up, he has struck out, walked, and hit into a fielder's choice. At first is Brian Schultz after the infield single. Well, Ben, if I get a vote, don't hit it to second base. He might not want to hit it to shortstop either. That one bounced over to first, and Barlow does a good job of scooping balls over there for a big guy like that. Huh?
In high school, you can do it as many times as you want.
Yeah, yeah. They don't have those rules yet in high school. I like the way you think, though. Fastball too tall. I say Ben just hit it in the air over the infielders. And the way Brian Schultz runs, that ought to get him over to third base at least. 1-0. That one bounces in there, nicely scooped up by Landeros. And Schultz stays put. That one hit in the air to right field. A high one on the move at the warning track is Marroquin, and he does make the snag. It was kind of almost like a jam shot from Ben Burke, but it just kept carrying and carrying. But Marroquin on the run out there makes the grab. Nice job. Okay, we're through 5 complete. It is 5-0 Jesuit. Tigers get 3 runs on 3 hits and 1 error. They leave one man on. Okay, Hector Rivera comes in. Hector going to play right across town. University of Tampa Spartans. When he finishes up, he'll come in for Prieto. Hector's seen 9 innings worth of relief work this year. Struck out 13, walked 7, holding opponents to a 200 batting average. Gets his fastball up to 90 miles an hour, a 6 feet 195 senior, future Tampa Spartan.
By the way, folks, the concession stand still has delicious cheeseburgers, dogs, and pizza. If you're hungry, go to the concession stand.
I could use a piece of pizza, but I should have told you. Yeah. Don't do that. I need you right here, man. Don't leave me. Okay. Ian Fowler comes up. He'll face Hector Rivera. Ian has struck out and walked. Hector Rivera misses wide to get things started against Fowler. 1-0. A swing and a foul ball straight back. 1-1. Top of the sixth, 5-0 Jesuit. So this will conclude the regular season, and next week is district playoffs. That one popped out of play, foul down the third base line. It's on the, I think it's on the roof over there. Okay, 1-2. Rivera working from the stretch, as he always does. Set at the belt, kicks and delivers, and that one fouled back and out of play. Who does? Does he really? On his throwing hand? Does he really? Of course it's that finger, huh? I mean, you got 10 fingers. Why couldn't it be his pinky of his other hand? 2-2. I'm told he has a blister on that index finger of his throwing hand by Anthony, who gives me intel here. Anthony is not only working your graphics and your camera angles and all that, running batteries back and forth to the rest of the support personnel here. He's also giving me ground intel. Fastball in too tight, and he's going to get a free pass. Although I don't really like thinking of it that way. He earned that walk. That was a tough at bat, man. Made Hector come in, and Hector ended up issuing the fourth ball, and that puts him on first base. Dangerous spot because the guy can run. And last time he was over there, it was like he was itching to get to second base. Alec Prieto comes up. He has popped up over behind first base and then singled to center field. And Fowler's got a Steelers lead over there. He's not going. Fastball just off the mark outside. On deck, somebody's going to pinch hit. That one popped up and out foul. 1-1. We got a pinch hitter next, guys, looks like. Yeah. That is off the handle. It's going to be a slow grounder, basically barehanded, flipped over by Sheffield. Nice play. Not really time to glove it and then transfer it across. So it basically becomes a 4-3 ground out. A nice play by Christian Sheffield. What happened to Fowler? He advances to second base, and it's one away. So we're going to get a pinch hitter for Grayson Barlow is Mateo Sands. All right, Mateo Sands in to hit for Grayson Barlow. That one tapped off his own shoe as Mateo Sands has an 0-1 count. That one's a strike. Outside corner. One away, one man on. Fastball, and it is a called strike right over the outside edge as Sands knew it. He sort of hopped up like, why didn't I pull the trigger on that one? All right, that's two away. Carlos Marroquin, right fielder, comes up. Carlos, he has been a victim of two swinging strikeouts so far. There's a fastball, and that's in there, and it's 0-1. Hector with that 90-mile-an-hour fastball right off the outside edge, and Carlos not able to keep up with that one. 1-2. A swing and an empty hack, and that's going to send him back to the dugout and retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. One man left on base. We move to the bottom of the sixth. Jesuit up 5-0.
Next week, district playoffs will play here on Tuesday evening. We believe it'll be Brandon. And then the hope is that we'll move on. We'll play the winner of Countryside versus Clearwater next Thursday evening. So once again, next week is district playoffs here.
All right, due up is Wilson Anderson, Cannon Murtaugh, and Christian Sheffield. We'll see if that's who bats. I mean, we may get, if we have any seniors that haven't had a chance, it may be that we see a pinch hitter. We'll see. Nope, looks like Wilson's going to keep swinging that hot bat. Oh, man, look at this man here, I tell you. Can't beat it. All right, Wilson Anderson's out. He is 2 for 3 tonight. 2 singles up the middle and then a fly out to what was sort of shallow left center field. Called strike one to get things started. Thank you, Anthony. Bounces one in there, ball outside. 1-1. A mighty but empty hack. A ball and 2 strikes. Just about at the 2-hour mark here, folks. No, we're about at the 2-hour mark. Oh, is that right? And that one hit in the air to right field by Wilson. Turning around is Marroquin. He kind of pirouetted out there, trying to get himself righted so he could chase it down, and he does, and makes the grab just in front of the warning track. And that's a fly out for Wilson Anderson, and that's out number 1. Brings up Cannon Murtaugh. He has struck out, popped out, and lined out. A swing and an empty hack on an off-speed breaking pitch. What's that? That is awesome. Very happy to see that. There is that roundhouse breaking pitch, but it falls short. 1-1. A swing and an empty hack from Cannon Murtaugh, and he goes down in the count 1-2. And he is called out on strikes on that breaking ball that nips the outside corner. And we get another visit over to that first base dugout from the home plate umpire. It's got to be something the guys are saying over there. Because the coach is turning back to his team and telling them something. It just has to be. I can't imagine what else would prompt a home plate umpire to keep going over to one particular dugout. Christian Sheffield up. He's 2 for 3 tonight. He's singled twice, one to each outfielder, left and right, and he's lined out to left. That one hit in the air to right field. Merrick one there, kind of a leaping grab, but he makes it. And he has been busy as a rat in a Cheeto factory in right field tonight. That must be the 8th or 9th ball hit to him. He made every play, though. So looks like we're going to get Keaton Quinn. Is that right? You know what, guys? All the time, I'm talking about behind the scenes. I'm getting somebody that goes and manipulates the center field camera or changes out the battery or something. It is Keaton Quinn. And he's finally getting a chance to go out there and get some action on the mound. Good for him. Wonderful, good-natured kid. Gotta love it. What number, Mike? All right, Keaton Quinn will take the mound here for the top half of the 7th inning. He is due to face Alex Fabello, who is, 1 for 2. He has singled and been called out on strikes. All right, infield is unchanged. Kirchner, Anderson, Sheffield, Rupp, and then Marshall behind the plate. Outfield is unchanged. Burke, Murtaugh, and Schultz. Pitcher, Keaton Quinn. Into the windup. And the first pitch off the helmet of Alex Fabello. And you can, Keaton apologizes. He says, man, I'm sorry. I surely didn't mean that. Oh, goodness. Okay. So Fabello gets first base. And that's going to bring up Christian Landeros. Christian has put the thing in single tonight. He had a single to shallow, basically two line drives in the same place. Just to the left, to his left of Wilson Anderson, and over his head out of his reach into shallow center field. So let's see if Keaton Quinn can pull it together here and get himself an out. Fastball is up top, 1-0. There is a called strike, 1-1. And you get a big roar from the crowd as Keaton Quinn evens up the count, 1-1. Nobody out here, top of the seventh. A swing and an empty hack, and it's 1-2. And I must tell you that if he gets this strikeout, this place is going to explode. Nope, down and out, 2-2. And it doesn't look like Fabello is itching to leave first base here. No reason to risk something down by 5 here. And every base runner counts if you're going to get back in this thing. That one is wild and behind Landeros, and Fabello's able to kind of coast over to second base on the wild pitch. And we got a full count here. Still a good number of people here. They always have a little gathering afterward on after the game on senior night. That's always so nice. They have little stations with collages of each of these guys all the way from their Little League days up till now. It's just a great night. A swing and an empty hack as Keaton Quinn registers his first strikeout of the year, and Miguel is going to pull him right there, and he's going to do the old George Costanza and say, "Hey, I'm out of here." Hugs his head coach, gets a big high five from all and hugs from all of his infielders, and he's got a crowd waiting for him by the dugout. Ben Burke will come on in relief, and here comes Keaton Quinn. That is awesome. That is awesome. So who's going to go to left field? Jack Fultz. Jack Fultz is going to head to left field as Ben Burke's going to come in. As you know, Ben is headed up to Boone, North Carolina to play for the Appalachian State Mountaineers, where he'll hit, pitch, run the bases. I mean, he kind of does it all. Play the outfield. And Ben just pounds the zone. He has been such a steady relief pitching presence for this team for 2 years now. Just comes in, pounds the zone, often just shuts the door on the opponent and works quickly. And before you know it, it's 1, 2, 3, there's an out. 1, 2, 3, there's another out. He just moves through the lineup very quickly. And so we'll see if he's able to do that against the Barons here. He will face Luke Elliott to start things off. Second base is Alex Fabello. He was hit in the head, in the helmet, okay? hitting the helmet, and then he went over to second base on a wild pitch, and then Keaton Quinn got it together and got himself a strikeout. So 1 out, and Burke to Elliott. Too high, ball 1. Fastball, grooves it right in there. I don't know. I don't know who gets it. A swing and an empty hack, and Ben Burke does his best impression of Ben Burke as he gets a 3-pitch strikeout there. And we are going to get a pinch hitter, number 29, who is Mattias Ang. I think that's right, Ainge. Mattias. Mattias Ainge. He comes in with 2 outs to face Ben Burke. He kicks and delivers strike 1. It's got some tail on it. It's got some juice on it. And it's rapid fire, one after another after another. He's thrown 5 pitches, 4 strikes. 6 pitches, 5 strikes. And the Barons are down to left on base. We had 8 and they had 5. But they might have number 6 out there right now. A swing and an empty hack. And that is going to close the door on the Barons and the regular season as Jesuit wins this one 5-0. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 8 men left on base. St. Pete Catholic, no runs, 4 hits, 1 error, 6 men left on base. That's going to close the book on the regular season here for 2026, and we now look forward to the district playoffs next week and hopefully beyond. Thanks, everybody, for always tuning in. Love the folks jumping into the chat, letting us know where you're watching from. I'm Doug Polici. You know I love doing this. I will be out next week. We'll have a pinch hitter here in the booth for the district playoffs, but then after that, as we are hopeful that Jesuit continues to move on, and once you get to the regionals, I ought to be here all the way through all that. Thank you much. Have a good night.